My guy, Zy Chrysler, Brandon Henderson for sure. Definitely just some guys, Pat Bryant, my young guys just coming up and just work hard.
Why Zy Chrysler?
Zy Chrysler, like limitless potential and just love for the game, his passion for the game, his dedication. I just seen all the work he put in after the ups and downs we've had together, just seeing him be dedicated and, pushing each other and just striving to get better.
Who's the toughest guy you saw in practice every day?
Toughest guy I saw in practice. Got to say the guys across the line, part of it, Johnny and Keith. My guy Isaiah with me too. Just Gabe Backus. Had a lot of guys just show up every day and give it their all.
And who's the toughest guy you saw in a game?
In the game, I'd probably say Chop Robinson.
Why Chop?
He's just really athletic. Got a lot of respect for him and that Penn State defense. A lot of guys in that defense. No problem.
What inspired you to get into the game of football?
My older brothers. So when I grew up, it was a lot of shadowing them, and just it's kind of where I got my love for the game from. I was probably like a kindergarten kid, just watching football all day. So.
If you could be an animal for 24 hours, what animal would you be?
What animal would I be? Be a grizzly bear.
Why grizzly bear?
I just feel like they just, what I'm saying, they're feared, big animals and do their own thing.
Last one I got for you is, what is your pregame routine?
Pre-game routine, some music, good music, some Rio the Young OG probably, some Drake. My brother makes music, so I listen to him a lot. Maybe some contrasting, hit the trainers, get rolled out by the strength coaches, all that. No problem.
What does it mean to you to have kids in Danville now looking at you on this stage today and being able to look up to that?
No, yeah, it's definitely adds like more fuel. It keeps me going, especially just when times get hard. I know it's people looking to me and looking up to me, and it means the world to me to be able to inspire somebody else.
You were there once too. Like, what does that mean for those kids to have a role model?
Yeah, so just it's not a lot of people doing like what we're doing right now, and I'm kind of soaking that up. And to those kids, and just looking at looking at it happen from somebody from their environment, just because it's not an easy place to come out of, and just to be like a beacon kind of put on for my city means the world to me. Just a football player, really. Like I run the plays that get called, athletic especially. I got finished to my game, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of experience. I feel like I could really do a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I've always been like versatile in my opinion. I feel like I played DN, I played in high school, I played like 5 different positions, so just being able to come out and just play and contribute to a win and success means the world to me.
Julian, do you think you can play both left and right tackle?
100%, yeah.
What would it mean to you? Have you met with the Bears?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What would it mean for you to be drafted by your hometown team?
Yeah, just being able to stay home. Like initially, that's why I went to Illinois. It was a dream for me to represent. Just I always love putting on for my city, my state, and just doing what I can to promote success for my home.
Julian, have you met with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I believe at the Shrine Bowl, yeah.
Shrine Bowl, but not here at the Combine?
Nope. Yeah, it's been a lot of just honesty and them being frank with me about the season and just what they want to see from me, and just kind of keeping it real with me, and I appreciate that for sure. Unique, yeah, probably, but like, I don't know, it's just everybody has their own vibe to them, and everybody's not gonna mesh the same. So it's just a couple teams, couple guys that I really clicked with.
How is Illinois prepared for this?
Yeah, just being at Illinois and the amount of coaching changes we've had and player transition we've had, I feel like it definitely boosted my adaptability. So I'm able to just, roll with the punches and accept change really well. So just being in a kind of what would be considered a high-stress environment allows me to kind of be even-keeled through the process.
And how did you mentally prepare for this stress?
Yeah, so mentally preparing is a major key for sure. Just being a 6-year-old guy, I've really learned how to cope with all the emotions that come with being in this environment. So, it's big to just kind of rely on my family, my girlfriend, music, just kind of zen,
Have you met with Cleveland Browns?
Yep.
And what are your thoughts and impressions of the Browns after the award?
thoughts and impressions on everybody is positive. You know what I'm saying? If anybody take me, I'm gonna give my all to that organization. You know what I'm saying?
Are you know with the Cowboys?
Yes, sir.
Is that formal or
Informal.
same thing? Just kind of it would be cool to be drafted by anybody.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
The longer you're in college, the better it is as a prospect. Do you get that feedback from teams and all that they like the fact that you have that experience?
We don't really talk about like the amount of time I spent in college. We just talk about like the body of work I produced, and I feel like that was good for me, especially just being able to bolster my my resume and put more tape out there, more good tape, more just opportunities to be seeing what I can do on the field.
Who's going to run faster tomorrow, you or Isaiah?
I won't be running tomorrow, unfortunately.
Are you doing anything tomorrow?
I got a lower leg injury, so I'll probably be just watching. I'll be able to support though, so that'll be big to me.
Are you going to be able to do pro day stuff?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get back as soon as possible.
What did you make of Tip's performance yesterday?
Yeah, Tip is a guy. Like Tip is like the best kept secret, I feel like, in Illinois football. I remember when he first got there, I didn't even believe he was a walk-on. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, you could have my scholarship, but like it just works, and I'm not surprised at all because I know he works and I know his work ethic. I just know he's a great guy.
What do you think Isaiah Williams is going to be able to do today?
I'm not gonna write a check for him, but I won't be surprised if he goes out there and just shocks everyone.
Yeah. There have been other linemen coming out of Illinois the last few years. Have
Yeah.
you been able to talk to like Vidarian and stuff like that to kind of get tips about how to go through this process?
Yeah, I talked to V a while ago. Well, like just a while back, but I really talked to Palcho and Pilstrom. So just really leaned on them, really kind of asked them questions whenever I have one, and they respond, you know, not big time with me. You know, they're famous now. So it's just, yeah, I have a really good support system with them too.
How did 3 years with Coach Miller in that room and the program just kind of get you ready for this? And
Yeah.
what have you seen from that room translate to some of the meetings you've had with these teams?
Yeah, Coach Miller is a very honest man, honest coach, and he keeps it real with me. So just keeping it real with me, and he always expected me to be the best I could be. So just that level of keeping it real and maturity he gave me, and they really pushed on me, like really grew me in that 3 years that they were there, and I'm really appreciative for that too because I came a long way.
What about some of the O-line verbiage, some of the things they want you to do? What translates from there?
So one thing that we have on the board is, you know, for Coach Miller is each man is much the same. Like it is those who are trained in the severe school, so he's always going to work you. Like we work, and we're not shying away from the work. We're getting it in. Like every day we practice. You know what I'm saying? So just being there to work, I feel like really resonated with me because like I'm not there to just be a player. I'm not there to just be on the team. I'm here to work, and I'm here to get better.
Some of these interview processes, like, I mean, you've been asked about
Yeah.
all these different teams, but like, I bet it's weird trying to get to know these guys in like what 10
Yeah.
minutes, something like that.
Yeah, and it's originally it was like a lot of pressure on having the right answer, but I found that just being yourself is the best bet, you know. So, you know, you be yourself, and if say somebody doesn't really feel you, then it's probably better that way, you know. So as long as you're being honest and real with yourself, it'll work out in the end.
There were a couple of younger guys getting opportunities at different points in the offensive line, like last year.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about those guys and how they can grow this upcoming year for Illinois?
Yeah,
What did
so
you see?
definitely so much respect for a young guy playing O-line. It's a learning experience the whole time you're playing. Like, I've been there 6 years, and I was learning stuff in my last game there, you know what I'm saying? So big shout out to those guys. Geske came through in the clutch. Just guys I can rely on. Zy Chrysler still is a young guy in my eyes. You know, I'm old, though, so just being able to rely on those young guys, and I feel like this next year coming up, they're going to have a bigger role on the team, so they're not in that shaky position anymore. They'll really have like the ability to grow and like bloom and blossom into the role that they've acquired. So I feel like it'll be really good for them, and I'm gonna be glued to the TV when they're playing. So
With Isaiah also being here today, like he came in a little bit later because he was a transfer and everything.
Yeah.
You guys had to play next to each other
Yeah.
for a while, and then he moved to the other side of the line and everything. Just how has that relationship grown? And,
Yeah.
and are you guys close now?
yeah, it's like my brother, like my blood brother, really. So that year we spent playing next to each other, like we couldn't have been closer. It was like I'm out there literally playing with my family, you know. So that's how it is with all my teammates. But like we kind of think the same thoughts, we act the same way, and we just hit it off immediately as soon as we got introduced to each other. So, you know, like, and him being here, like, it's also a blessing. That's my guy, like, and I'll probably be chatting it up with him until the day we go, you know. So it's for life.
Julian, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. First question I got for you is, who inspires you?
Yeah, who inspires me? My family, my older brothers. My younger sister inspires me too. She recently had surgery, and she's powering through it. So just my family, the tight unit we are, just I feed off of them, and they feed off me.
And you speak about your sister like going through things. Like, how
Yeah.
do you personally fight through adversity?
Yeah, personally, I fight through adversity just because how I grew up. It wasn't easy. I really leaned on that experience, though. It made me a tougher person, made me more resilient. So it's not really much I haven't experienced, so I'm able to kind of roll with the punches.
And then I want to ask you now, like, if you could write a letter to your high school self, what would you tell them?
I tell them, just keep going, just believe in it, you know what I'm saying? One thing I did think in high school, or one thing I would tell my high school self is don't prove nobody wrong, just prove your people right. That's something I've really tried to live by, too.
And you speak like things you live by. So I want to ask, what characteristic brings to the table to an NFL team?
Yeah, I would say I'm a genuine good person at the end of the day, and then just I work hard. You know what I'm saying? It's important to me to just work and be confident in the body of work I produce. So, and then just never being content. Like I've never been content with myself or, just the process at all. I always feel like I can get better, and I'm a sponge, and I learn however I can, wherever I can.
And you talk about your body of work. If you could like pick a certain memory, what would be your favorite college football memory?
Favorite college football memory? I remember when we first became bowl eligible when I got to U of I. We came back in the locker room. I think Coach Smith had a bowling ball in there. Like coming from where we came from and seeing the 2-win team, just being able to flip it around and kind of get things going, it meant the world to me. That's why I came to Illinois.
And then you speak of like, being in the locker room with your teammates. If you could give me a Mount Rushmore of your favorite teammates, top 4, who would you
Ooh. I might get some texts after that one. Gotta go Isaiah Adams. Favorite teammates. Gotta go Zy Chrysler this last year. Well, this last 2 is tricky. I'm gonna go Calvin Avery. And then Jacob Hollins. But my honorable mention, I gotta get like 5 honorable mentions, you know what I'm saying? Ron Gaines, long snapper, we freshman year roommates. I gotta get Vertus Brown out of IMG. I gotta get Caleb Griffin, my boy from high school. And this is so many. I'm close to so many of my teammates. It's crazy.
Of course, it's always fun to make you give the top 4.
For sure.
The text, I love it.
Yeah.
I love starting with
No, for real.
But then my last question for you: if you could invite 3 NFL players to a dinner, who you invite?
That's a good question. Let's say, can it be former?
Yeah.
I gotta go with Tom Brady. I could learn so much from him. And then I'm gonna go with Trent Williams just because his mentality is definitely something to be studied. Like any interview he does, I'm taking it in, I'm watching it, and I'm trying to learn from him. Just mentality-wise, I feel like he has the right mindset. And then Marshawn Lynch, you know what I'm saying? Just a real dude. I feel like just always has something genuine to give to conversation and wherever he's at, No problem.
You just mentioned Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Obviously the best offensive lineman in the NFL right now, arguably of our generation.
Mm-hmm.
What would it mean to be in the same room with him, being able to soak up game? You talked about,
Right.
you clearly study him. So what would it be like to just be sitting under him, watching him every day, his
Right.
routine, how it goes about his game?
Yeah, it'd be a blessing. Just any starting tackle in the NFL, I could learn something from you. You know what I'm saying? So just being able to be around somebody of that caliber and just soak up knowledge from him and hopefully influence my career and pray that I could reach a level he's reached. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a blessing for sure. Me being who I am, I'm a sponge. I could learn from the starter and P squad. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who it is, I'm learning. So that's important to me.
You have a lot of experience playing at the college level. How do you feel that's prepared you for this next stage?
Yeah, so it's made me more mature and it's made me more able to adapt. And I feel like that's something you need to have to be able to go forward to this next level. It's not really a situation I could be uncomfortable in. I've experienced everything. So I feel like that'll help me at the next level.
Do you feel like you can play both left and right side if required?
100%. I think I could even bump in the guard.
Have the San Francisco 49ers met with you by chance?
Yeah, but it was informal.
Informal?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
What's a game that if people haven't seen you play, what's a game they need to go watch?
I would say you could cut on Purdue this last year. I feel like I really put it on tape that game.
You just got drafted, my favorite team. What kind of player were you?
I'm finishing, you know what I'm saying? And not even just on the field, off the field, I'm putting it in, putting in the work, extra hours. feel like you're getting somebody dedicated to the craft. Like, I'm ready to pour everything I have into the game, just at the next level. So, a dog, hopefully.
Talk about your experience in versatility. Anything else that kind of sets you apart?
Yeah, so just being able to say I have Big Ten starts at guard, both tackle slots, kind of flex tackle, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So just being able to be serviceable at multiple positions, I feel like is a commodity for sure. And then my athleticism, and then just my desire to grow as a person, as a player, just sets me apart really.
Yeah, have any teams talked about where they envision you?
I've got questions about like tackle, guard, but nothing crazy, you know.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Are you doing all the full workout this week?
No, sir.
So are you doing any of the testing?
No, sir.
Okay, gotcha. Is there like a concern about doing that, or just I guess what was your thought process?
Yeah, so I have a lower leg injury, so I've been doing everything I can to get out here and be with the guys. I hate missing time. I think I missed like one game due to injury my whole career, so anything I can do to get out there and just be out there, I've been doing it. I've been trying my hardest, and it just wasn't happening.
Precaution, you don't want to take something, or
if I was able to, I would.
gotcha. Who have you met with this year?
I had some informals with, I think, a few teams, a couple teams, about 5 teams. Yeah.
When you talk about your versatility, is there a spot you prefer?
I don't want to say I prefer a spot, you know what I'm saying? I prefer playing. I'll say that more than anything.
If as you kind of look back on your college career, what are some of the high moments and just your thoughts on being as part of one of the best conferences, just kind of the battles?
Yeah.
Kind of went through?
Yeah, so beating Penn State in that whiteout game at their home is probably the highest moment I've ever experienced in a sport game, like a sporting event. Just hearing the crowd go silent, you know, watching film, and the camera's even shaking while we're recording, so that's probably the highest moment of my career. Lowest moment for me mentally was just that Northwestern loss, the last one we just had. You know, we're fighting for eligibility and stuff like that, so it was just, you know, it is what it is. It's the game, but yeah, definitely.
Kind of in college football at an interesting time.
Yeah.
The emergence of the transfer portal,
Mhm.
NIL. You know, what was that like?
Yeah.
I think it probably changed so much from the time you were being recruited
Right.
to the time now you're standing here.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on all the changes in the sport?
Yeah, it's like a different game, really. Just what goes into it. It's less amateur, you know what I'm saying, more professional. It gives people more freedom to explore, you know, like the right fit for them. And, you know, I'll never be against that, but it definitely is a different game. And, you know, I'm glad to say I stayed in the same place my whole career, but, like, everybody's not that lucky. So I don't knock him. I don't knock anybody, but, like, the introduction to NIL and all of that, like, I saw that happen in front of my eyes. And, like, I remember my freshman year, I'm in a meeting, this is way back in 2018, they're like, oh, we're introducing this in, like, 2024, maybe sooner. I'm like, I'll be gone by then, and then I'm there. So just seeing all that happen in front of my eyes is crazy, too.
What advice would you give someone who's kind of going through it now, like in the recruiting process, and coming
Yeah.
as a freshman who, like, is coming into all these things, all these changes that have happened,
Right.
now that you've kind of seen a little bit of that, what would you how would you advise a younger player on that?
Yeah, so to a younger player, I just tell them, like, nobody's going to, like, wait on you to put the work in, you know? So it's such a fast-paced game. It's such a fast-paced experience. Like, I'm looking back and my time's already up, you know? So just put the work in while you can and lock in while you can, while your window is open, because I've heard a lot of times in this, like, the recent months that the window's not as big as you think it is. You know what I'm saying? So make the most of that.
Julian, tell me about your sleeve. What is that?
Huh?
Tell me about your sleeve. What is that?
On my sleeve, got St. Michael stumping on a demon's head, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's a hard tattoo, too. Cool tattoo.